Mistake. That is what I used to call the shredded pile of failed art pieces that remain hidden underneath my bed. They are mistakes because they are flawed. Mistakes because they are wrong. They are mistakes because my obsession for perfection had driven me to destroy anything that I deemed unworthy, which was everything. My name is Megan Becker, and I am an illustrator. In my search for perfection, I would obsess over the flawless line. I would labor over an unblemished gradient. I would tire over the perfection of my images to a point where there was no pleasing me, and eventually I began to lose sight of what being an artist meant. I am over-analytical. I judge myself too harshly, and I draw out my imperfections like thread unraveled from a quilt. I would bring this same attitude to my art, hating every wrong mark, every stray stroke. I would criticize my efforts until my beloved hobby became something that I hated. Even when I reached something that was near perfect, I felt empty. I was creating art that did not reflect who I was as a person. I realized that despite my hard work, I will never reach perfection. And if I am not perfect, then my art shouldn't be either. So I began to leave in those accidental strokes and uneven lines. I let them serve as a reminder that I can never be perfect. I used to believe that being imperfect meant I had failed. I now understand that the lines that I create are uniquely mine. They represent me for what I am rather than what I fail to be. My style is fostered with every misplaced mark. My strengths are in my accidents. I see the beauty in an unplanned line and the striking elegance of a mark that was born out of free will rather than scrutiny. I discovered papermaking. It was perfectly imperfect. The spontaneous shifting of grains, the riveting edges of the page, the uncertain result of color. Papermaking is the most aesthetically pleasing imperfection I have yet to find. For an art piece titled Owl, I learned to appreciate when I could not create a perfectly centered circle. I relished when the paper's edges mimicked a bird's ruffled feathers. I used an ink pen to draw my owl without sketching it, allowing chance and my imagination to guide the line. I ended up with something that was authentic and quirky. I created an art piece that was exactly like me. My name is Megan Becker, and I believe in the imperfection of my art.